Greetings and welcome to episode 9 of The Good, the Bad, and the Poorly Written. My name's Luke. I'm a writer, director, and film editor. And in this series, we're taking a look at my first feature screenplay and trying to make it a bit better. The script is a neo-noir entitled Crime at 6,200 Feet. It follows a ski bum living in South Lake Tahoe as he tries to investigate a crime. I wrote it when I was a ski bum living in South Lake Tahoe. Today, we're continuing with our rewrite of an epically boring scene where young Luke wrote 5 straight pages of exposition. Last episode, we looked at scenes where Sam, the protagonist, meets with Charlie at the local nightclub and begins to ask him questions. Today, we're looking at scenes where Charlie meets some tourists looking to score drugs, and then the whole group goes back to their hotel room to party. All right, let's get into it.
Brendan's girl stopped by.
What's her name?
Jenny.
The teleskier, Mike, he was here.
Yeah, it's
The Mexican, Jose.
Cole and Andrew.
I want to call out another issue that I addressed in my rewrite. There are way too many characters here. Charlie and his friends mentioned 7 other people that were there that night. Now, in the rest of the script, Sam only interacts with 4 of those. And out of those 4, only 2 have any real significance to the story. So right off the top, we can get rid of 3 of them, and the other 2 probably need to be built up. Let's check out the revised version. Altitude, dance floor. They make their way through the crowd to where Little John and Nate are talking to 2 tech bros, 30s.
Yo, he's got her looking to score some crack.
Charlie hands off the drink and slaps 5 with both of the tech bros.
We came to the right place. How much you need?
We're here all week.
Say no more, fam. You staying here at Harris?
Yeah, room 727.
Let's get on up there and I'll get you higher than a jumbo jet.
Cut to interior, elevator. Drinks still in hand, the guys ride the elevator in silence. Sam is looking at his notebook and jotting down a few notes.
So, Brent, what was his girl's name?
Jenna, Julie, Jackie.
Jenny.
Charlie snaps his fingers.
That's it.
The elevator dings.
This is us.
Cut to. That's a pretty straightforward section. It's got some exposition and some plot movement as we transition from one location to another. Let's keep going with more of the original.
You said you lost an ounce?
Yeah.
What type was it?
Hawaii knockout. Some chronic for sure.
Do you have any more of it?
I thought you didn't smoke.
Well, on occasion, but really I just want somebody to compare.
Charlie to Nate.
You still have some, right?
Nate pulls out a small plastic jar, unscrews the top, and hands it to Sam. Sam pulls out a small marijuana nugget and examines it closely. The leaves are hairy and slightly purple on the tips, and the whole thing is loaded with clear crystals.
Do you have a bag?
Nate begins to protest, but Charlie cuts him short.
I'll get you, dog. No trip.
To Sam.
Yeah, hang on.
Sam smells the bud, inhaling its aroma in a deep breath. Smells good. So as you can see, pretty boring. There's a lot of talking, but there's no conflict or drama. There's no movement or action from the characters, and no one is making any decisions. Let's take a look at a revised version. Hotel room. A small marijuana nugget is pressed into a glass pipe. Then Charlie passes the pipe and a Bic lighter to Tech Bro 1. Pulling back, we see the hotel room. It's a suite. On a couch sits Sam, wedged in between Little John and Nate. Across from them, Charlie sits in an easy chair while Tech Bro 1 is on a stool. The Tech Bro hits the pipe and almost immediately starts coughing.
Oh, damn.
From over in the kitchenette, Tech Bro 2 calls out.
You dudes want shots?
Yeah.
Tech Bro 2 walks over with red Solo cups and passes them out to everyone.
Cattle 1 gets it gun.
Get this bro.
He hands the pipe to his buddy who lights up, and just like the first guy, starts coughing on the exhale.
Holy shit, bro.
I know, right?
Tech Bro 2 hands the pipe to Little John, who hits it, holds the smoke in, then exhales a giant smoke ring. He holds the pipe over to Sam.
Nah, I'm good.
You nerd or something?
What? No, I just...
Don't be a
Sam sighs and takes the pipe. Sparking up, he takes a short inhale and starts to cough just like the Tech Bros. Lil John and Nate start to laugh. Sheepishly, Sam hands the pipe to Nate.
I don't really smoke that often.
Don't worry, dog.
Sam gets up and walks to where Charlie is sitting.
Said the same stuff that, at that other party.
Yeah.
Can I see a bit?
Charlie reaches into his jacket and pulls out a Ziploc baggie filled with weed. Sam pulls out a small bud and examines it. The leaves are hairy with purple tips, and the whole thing is loaded with clear crystals. He brings it close and smells it.
Smells good.
It's some chronic for shout.
The tech bros come over and hold out a stack of $20 bills.
How much can we get for this?
Quick cuts. Baggie filled with weed is exchanged. More shots. Guys smoke. Cut to, now there's a lot of character stuff around the 2 bits of exposition that I kept from the original. We see an example of the weed that was taken from Charlie's, and we learn that Sam isn't a smoker. In this scene, we also see Sam being peer pressured, bullied even, by Little John. In the last episode, I brought this up as an example of one of Sam's character flaws. He's easily pushed around, even when it's potentially bad for him. Having flawed characters is good. In fact, I'd even say it's essential to writing compelling screenplays. If you don't, you end up with Mary Sue's and competency corn. A Mary Sue is a character who is unrealistically perfect, overly competent, and lacks significant flaws, making them seem idealized or self-inserted by the author. For example, Rey in the J.J. Abrams Star Wars trilogy. Competency corn is a narrative trope where characters display exceptional skill, intelligence, or efficiency in their actions, giving the audience a sense of vicarious achievement. For example, James Bond in basically every James Bond movie. Sometimes these can be fun characters to watch, but in my oh-so-humble opinion, I think watching a character fail, getting the snot kicked out of them, and then finally succeeding is way more interesting than seeing someone perfect be perfect right from the beginning. A little off track, but I think it's a really important point. If you give your characters flaws they need to overcome, then your audience will be rooting for them to succeed. And with that, we'll end this episode. Next time, we'll get into the final scene of this sequence where Charlie, Sam, and the guys go to the casino floor. For this one, I pulled from all over the original, so make sure to tune in because I'm going to show my handwritten notes where you can see how I figured out what was going to go where. Until then, be good and write well.